It won't happen to us because it's happening right now through us. Come on, sing with me.
The Foundations class has given me a much more refined perspective on spirituality. You know, I've been studying spiritual systems in and out of religious contexts for the past 24 years. And I find that this metaphysical philosophy that's being taught at the Center for Spiritual Living, I find that it's soothing to my spirit. And it actually brings into alignment all of the other religious and spiritual systems that I've been studying over the many years. You know, the Foundations class has actually provided me with a definition of spirituality that I can embrace. It defines spirituality as an intention to realize God in every aspect of my being, in my thoughts, in my words, in my deeds, my relationships, and my aspirations. At every level of reality, to find God in the physical, the biological, the theological, the psychological, and even cosmic levels. This has really revolutionized my approach to spirituality. On a very personal level, the Foundations class has taught me the importance of listening as a spiritual practice. Now, I'm not talking about listening to the noise of the world or the noise that comes out of me or other people. I'm talking about listening to the voice of God within. You know, almost all sacred texts and religious systems suggest that human beings were made in the likeness of God, and that God abides in us and that we abide in God. So what I'm talking about is listening to the voice of God within. And the only way to do that is to quiet the mind, release the tension in the body, and to find a place of absolute peace and calm. This is what has enabled me to experience the presence of God and to get guidance for my life. We call it meditation. Foundations class is great because you get to meet great people who are seeking the same thing, you know, that you are. Some come with more experience in spirituality and spiritual practice, but most of us are new to this way of being. You know, we meet over the course of a 10-week period, and we discuss the whys and the hows of spiritual practice. We are encouraged to go out and to actually apply what we're learning, and then to come back and share the results with our classmates. You know, over time, I've made some startling discoveries about myself, and actually began to clear away some of the things that really have kept me from experiencing the fullness of God. For example, during one class, I learned a more effective way or method of praying. You know, I really had not been conscious that worry, fear, and doubt was actually canceling out my prayers. I learned that the most effective way to pray is to first affirm my oneness with God, realizing that I share in His abundance. I learned how to use my faith and conviction to actually walk out my belief. I learned to walk in the spirit of expectancy. Wow, what a revelation. Oh,